To officially kick off TEDx King's College London, it's my absolute pleasure to invite onto the stage President of the TEDx Society, Hasan, onto the stage to share a few words of wisdom. Please make a warm welcome for Hasan.
7 days ago, I got an email saying that this conference cannot possibly happen. At that moment, I realized that 6 months of hard work gone to complete waste. Our speakers, our committee, you, the audience, all of our time, effort, and investment disappears into thin air. Now, call me a liar if you want to, but my first instinct was not to tell anyone about this, because in my mind, this conference was on. I knew that I would make it happen, even if that meant lighting a fire in the ocean. And you know what? As I stand here today in front of you all, I do not see 100 beautiful faces, or the 10 speakers who have been preparing for weeks, or my committee who hasn't slept for months, but I see an ocean lit on fire, because we made it happen. And you know what would have happened if we didn't? I guess we'll never know. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hasan, and I'm the president and lead organizer of TEDxKingsCollegeLondon this academic year, and it is an honor to have you all here with me today. This conference is not just about 10 speeches, but rather about the eternity of ideas that follows them, the lives it will change, and the ripples it will have after we all leave this room. I would even argue that this conference is a representation of my story, which started back in 9th grade when I gave my first TED talk. I still remember I was standing in front of a camera and I was talking about whether machines could replace us. Yes, this was before ChatGPT, 6 years ago, back in 9th grade. Looking back, it was, in fact, an idea worth sharing. A few years after that, I helped organize a TEDx conference for my school. We had almost everything. We had the speakers, the plan, the theme, but for some reason, the conference kept getting pushed back and back and back until one day it finally happened. But at that point, I had already graduated high school. So I watched the conference from a long distance. I was proud, but I had this tiny ache in my mind that I wasn't there when the cameras were rolling. And then I came to King's. Last year, I joined the TEDx Society as part of the speaker relations team. And again, we started preparing for the conference. We had everything, but again, for some reason, the conference did not happen. It was the same idea, the same plan, the same vision, the same dream, but no stage. So this year, I took it upon myself that I was done watching TEDx events that I cared about not happen. I took it upon myself that I would make the best conference Kings has ever seen. So I accepted the role of the president. And since then, it has been months of emails, calls, schedules, problems, solutions, more problems, and occasionally sleep. But this stage that I stand on here today represents permission. It is permission to change your mind, your life, your path, your purpose. It is permission to outgrow that version of yourself that you thought you had to be. These speakers here today are not here because they never doubted themselves, but because at some point in their life, they gave themselves permission to matter. And I'm sure that when you hear them speak tonight, you might find that same permission within yourself. So, while I go backstage now and watch this entire vision come to life, I want you all to sit back, hold your hands together, and the show must go on. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everyone.